If I could save time in a bottle, the first thing that I'd like to do is to save every day till eternity passes away, just to spend them with you. If I could make days last forever, if words could make wishes come true, I'd save every day like a treasure, and then again I would spend them with you. But there never seems to be enough time to do the things you want to do once you find them. I've looked around enough to know you're the one I want to go through time with. If I had a box just for wishes and dreams that had never come true, the box would be empty except for the memory of how they were answered by you. But there never seems to be enough time to do the things you want to do once you find them. I've looked around enough to know you're the one I want to go through time with.
Hello, my beauties, and welcome. My name is Fives, and I am your resident concubus from the digital space. Welcome to the world that I call home. The sonderous soliloquies of surreptitious, sorrowful silence. And the ever so abated, abstract, ad nonsense. Hello and welcome to the stream. I hope you all have been having a very lovely week. Hello, Sketches, and welcome to the stream. We're just getting started, and that is our first song of the night. I'll take requests. I'll take some requests. I do have a playlist kind of set up as we already do. However, I am not too strict on it. I am welcome to enjoy it as it is, as it does. Let me see if I can find a way to face the moon while facing away from my... I have to be careful as my doors and walls have ears and the windows are open, as you know the summertime is. I hope y'all have been having an amazing summer, staying cool, making memories, enjoying the time that you have. So for those of you that don't know the whole story of the five realms of the world between, there are 5 domains: heaven, hell, space, time, and earth. and upon which we explore those themes through the games we play, the stories we endure and encounter, and just experience through the sonderous poetry that we just explicate every so often. You don't have any songs, don't worry about it. If they do come up, they will come up. I am not very traditionally versed as a dancer, however, it's just feeling the flow of what the music takes me through. So, yes, this is not exactly my home world, but this is one of my favorite worlds to go to work as my main home world. I do like that Cascade and Crank that song. I think I will go with that one. And then we will switch worlds and go from there. I've done so many recordings on this world already. I should find something new. Soon enough, though. Soon enough. I should also put on my streamer mode as to protect everyone else. Do 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 do. Shield levels. Why do they change it every time? There it is. Excellent. There we go. But yes, welcome, welcome. So that song is called Time in a Bottle by Jim Croce. If you've seen the movie X-Men First Class, it was featured in that one. It was the scene where Quicksilver was in the kitchen and basically stopped all the guards. It was that scene. I'm a huge movie buff, by the way. If you enjoy talking about movies, anime, or anything of that sort, well, I'd be happy to share some of my thoughts with you on the current state of things. Currently, the animes I've been watching are Dan Da Dan, RN High School Host Club, Panty and Stocking, Overlord. I've been enjoying Overlord's adventure. Things I have put on pause for now: ReZero and Konosuba. One of my favorites is Sword Art Online. It was a good movie. It was a really good movie. Like, Marvel movies have become such a standardized experience, but I feel like the mutant stories are very unique into and of themselves. But then again, the mutant stories always were unique into and of themselves. Yes. I recently watched Spider-Man. It was a really, really well done movie. You could say it was an amazing Spider-Man movie. It really is a brand new day when you think about it. And every day we come back here, we have these VR streams. It is always an embodiment of a new day, a new chance, a new way to talk, and a new notification, apparently. Excuse me, phone, that's very rude. Please silence all cell phones during the duration of our live stream. Thank you. There we go. I jest. If you have to take any calls, texts, messages, please do go about. Do not let me stop you, but should you so please and desire. Thank you. Alright, this next song, the one that unintentionally got played, is called A Little Bit by Cascade and Crankdad. I hope you like electronic music. No, I was really getting into it. Dang it. No. Oh dear. What a travesty. What a travesty and tragedy into that piece. Well, rip. It's okay. Show goes on. Run it back from the top, shall we? And I think we'll have a nice Dutch angle to go with it too. Also, for my sake, let me make sure I am in the correct state of there. There we go. I just realized I wasn't muted for that. Oops. That's okay. I can edit in post. Whatever. It is what it is. It is what it is. I'm always the more I get it on the first try, and then if I actually do try, then I don't get it, kind of thing. It's so weird. Thank you. Much appreciated. Thank you. Yes. So, like I said, I'm not very practiced in the kinetic arts of dancing. However, like, I do dance on the dance floor at any club I go to. I have done martial arts, which is, in a way, footwork related art. So I don't have any formal training in that. Had I wished and had I chosen to, I should have picked up ballet. Ballet is is definitely a nice form to work with. Maybe I'll switch over to to another world. This one's good, however, I think it's time we find something a little bit more well lit. You know what I mean? Let's see. What other worlds do we have? How are you all feeling? What kind of worlds would you like to see and explore that I can tear into? I be busting down the dance floor? Good. Hell yes, sketches. Hell yes. Deep blue. Deep blue's a good one. There are a lot of how do I put it? Cozy Isle. There's ones my friends have made, and I do want to use those. However, some of them are re-uploads by other people, and that kind of bothers me. Who made this one? Nope. Deep blue. Radiant shallows. There it is. So, there's a creator named Wispy who makes some really, really well done worlds. So let's go check out some of her stuff. I know she made like Sea Breeze. That's the one. New instance. Invite plus. All right. Prepare your eyes. Sounds good. Thank you. Yes. Also, having very limited space to dance with in a, let's say, a 2x2 grid can be a little difficult. You don't happen to hear my neighbors, do you? My windows are open, so I think I can hear them, but I don't know if you I don't know if you can hear them. If you do and they do, and oops. How do I pronounce that? Dem Belian do be? Do better? Do it better? Hello and welcome to the stream. How are you doing? My name is Fives, and I am your resident cyber concubus. So this world is called Sea Breeze. Oh, let me make sure. Yes. This world is called Sea Breeze by Wispy Woo. This one is a very, very popular world, and it's a very well done one. So yeah, there you go, should you so desire. Where shall I go dance though? Ooh, you know, I think I know exactly where I want to post up, set up, and dance. Can I? Mmm. Can I get over here? Oh, yes, I can. Yes, I can. Oh, yes. Mm-hmm. This one's a really good one. Okay, now then. Mm-mm-mm. Let me switch up my outfit, though. For stream's sake, and, let's see, behavior. Turn off look at me for now. Cool. Tools, mirror. Ooh. Wow, I just realized how subtle the purple is on my outfit. Okay. Come back to this one. Let's see. We'll leave those on. Hair options. Switch to that. We'll take these off for now. We'll leave that off. Actually, you know what? No, we can leave those on. Doot. Yes, I like where this is going. Body, clothing, hue shifts, toggles, clothing, fishnets. Ooh, how scary. Accessories and gloves. Excellent. Now I have a nice little suns out, guns out setup. So it's my favorite genres of music. Well, let me get you all back over here and then we'll talk about that. Hello. Well, my favorite genres of music is very variable. I actually grew up with a lot of music. So, in the realms of the in between, my progenitor raised us with a lot of music. So, timeless classics. They primarily raised us on a lot of 80s, grew us up on some new wave. So, started out with some, Depeche Mode, Duran Duran. Who was it that made Karma Chameleon? Things like that. We grew up with a little bit of that. We grew up with the radio, a lot of Daft Punk. We discovered Green Day, My Chemical Romance. It's funny I mentioned My Chemical Romance because I do have one of their songs on my list here that we can dance to. That one's more of a fun road trip one, and I can't wait to do that one with y'all. Honestly, there's nothing that I don't like. I even like country too. And country. So there's nothing that's off the table, really. Hell, honestly, even 3 Days Grace is kind of ringing in my mind at the moment as we speak. Do I throw down some 3 Days Grace with y'all? I don't know. Maybe. But yeah, recently I saw Papa Roach live in concert at the Vans Warped Tour. That was an amazing endeavor. Cut my life into pieces. This is my last resort. So yeah, even anime music. Recently Myth and Royd has been a lot into my repertoire. Teddy Lloyd, the guy who did Panty and Stocking. What else? Yeah, just a lot of that. J-pop, K-pop. It's hard for me to get into Chinese music at the moment as we speak. I'm trying to. I'm just kind of spoiled by 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 J-pop, K-pop right now. C-pop is okay. Hip hop, rap, you know. Um, when it comes to hip hop and rap, Snoop Dogg, 50 Cent, uh, Timbaland. So there's nothing that's off my table when it comes to music. It's just, does it fit the context and the mood really? I'd say that's the big one, is what fits the context and the mood of what I want. And as of right now, this one is the one I want to listen to.
What can I do for you? What can I do for you?
That is a game I am really excited to come back to. So, one of the future games that we'll be playing is Final Fantasy X and its subsequent story, Final Fantasy X-2. Those ones I'm really excited to go back to because those are some stories that I wish I had a chance to explore more of when I was younger, but I never got to. Also, Sketch, pardon Nightbot, you're more than welcome to spam emotes. It's just I need to make sure Nightbot behaves. Sorry about that. But yeah. There used to be a time when in streaming when people would be discourteous with emotes and unprompted caps lock spamming. So uh-oh. It seems as though my tracking has decided to ooh. Oh my. You know, hold on. What if I did this and just turned it to its side? What if I did do that? Sometimes you just gotta recalibrate. Nightbot got my behind. Don't worry about it. I think if you throw in a couple words or some characters in there, you'll be fine. But yes. So that song is called Real Emotion. That one is from Final Fantasy X too. And that game was kind of my awakening, honestly. That intro, I've replayed it so many times. I never actually played through the full game. I never played through Final Fantasy X fully. Just because middle school brain, I'm not ready to comprehend the complexities of turn based strategies and how to open world gameplay. I know FF7 and 8. 10 sounds cool. I don't know much about it, but it'll be cool to see. Yes. Well, if you do want to see it, please do make sure to follow or subscribe to YouTube. Either or is fine because the VODs will be up there for you to watch. So, I also grew up with 7. 7 was one of my favorite stories, and Cloud can get it anytime. But I'm more of actually, no, Vincent. Vincent's more my kind of guy. I really like Vincent, and Yuffie's my kind of girl. But lately, I've been in my Tifa arc, honestly. Of Avalanche, I'm more like I fluctuate between all the characters, between Cloud and Tifa, and then Vincent and Yuffie. Those four are like my main four that I interacted. Yes, much appreciated sketches. Welcome. I need to figure out well, no, I think I called it the Society. Yes, I think our little group is called the Hidden Society because turning a 5 into an S is a very funny thing to do. But yeah, so where 7 is a story about eco-terrorism, but also saving the planet from heavy corporatization. 10 was a story about death and the collective effects of it. So, a lot of early 2000s culture was based around this more, well, this beachier, summer sun, aquatic, crystalline clear aesthetic. There was a lot of games that had things like this. And so for 10, it really emphasized a lot of that. And so 10 was actually the first game that had a sequel, which was 10 Part 2, or 10-2. I never played 8. I know of 8. I know Squall is a character that exists, and that's about it. I know Squall through Kingdom Hearts, and that's about it. I only played Kingdom Hearts 2, mind y'all. So, yes. But 10 with Titus's story. It's pronounced Titus apparently, but I will still call him Titus because Titus just feels more correct in terms of his naming conventions and such. でも日本の話はね、日本の pronunciation は Tidus であいうえおたちとてと So in the phonetics of Japan, their Tai would be TAI, right? I can get into a whole grammar lesson. I'm not going to do that to y'all. I don't need to do that for y'all, but there you go. Key things, if you ever wanted to learn how to speak Japanese, just learn the vowels first and foremost. That is the most important thing. That is the easiest thing. So with us in English, it's A, E, I, O, U. In Japan, it's A, I, U, E, O. So technically, it's Tidus. So it is Tidus. So with Aerith, it's actually supposed to be Erisu. Eris. Eris. Aerith. See how that word dichotomy goes through? Oh, thank you. 8 involved a lot about time. So I've heard. 8 was a time turner. That one was a big mindfuck because of how much time is involved in that game. 12, I never finished 12. I started it. 12 was a really fun one. 12 was interesting in that Final Fantasy 12 there is no clearly defined bad guy. It's just that everyone is tied together because bad people are doing bad things. Even the so-called Empire wasn't the bad guys either. Like, they didn't want to be the villains of the story. And so, like, typical usual Final Fantasy fashion, you're playing as the rebel cell underground, fighting back the established tyrants that be. However, even then, from the side of the Empire's main figureheads didn't want to be involved in this dispute, this diplomatic dispute, which is interesting. The real cause of the issue was the judges, which was like basically middle management, being all like, we have the power, and we will manipulate so and so and so and so to make it seem like thing. Final Fantasy is a great way of explaining and exploring all these different themes, and I appreciate that so much. Yeah, exactly. But yeah, so back to 10. 10 was culturally was to represent a lot of southern Japan. So the more Okinawan culture, the more islander themes. And from the culture of which I explored and exist in, we are very much an islander nation myself. So getting to see some of that, it would be nice to go through it and explore it some more. Yesterday we went through Zenless Zone Zero. Funny enough, the whole concept of bombing a train again. Somehow, if I had a nickel for every time that happened in my video game career, I'd have 2. It's funny it happened twice. It's hilarious that it happened twice in a cyberpunk universe. I think bombing trains is just something you do in a cyberpunk universe. Go figure. Yeah. It's very cool how much they experiment with each game. Absolutely. Yeah. No, and that's the thing about video games is that they are experiments. They are continuous projects meant to be iterated upon. They are never the final end-all be-all, minus the ones that end up being their own masterclass pieces that stand alone. Firewatch, for example. That is a game I will put as a masterclass story that does not need a sequel. Or, Gone Home. I'm so happy we got to play through Gone Home again. That game has a very, very special place in my heart, and it's a story I'm happy to tell again and again. For those of you that don't know Gone Home is a game where you, the main character, are coming back from from your trip across Europe. However, when you return home, no one's there. So it's up to you to uncover the mystery as to what happened to everybody. So the main characters you'll really touch up upon besides yourself is your family. And of your family, the main one you'll be touching up upon is your sister. And what happened to her. And so that's gonna be the big story beats there. Another masterclass game I would like to talk about is BioShock. That one that one holds a very special place in my heart of well, that intro alone. No, said the man in Washington, it belongs to the poor. No, said the man in Moscow, it belongs to everyone. No, said the man in the Vatican, it belongs to God. I chose none of those. I chose a rapture. So there's the big summary of my philosophy on economics. But yeah, that's one of the big games that that I'll always hold dear to my heart. That one was the most influential one out of all of them. But yes, hold on, I need to grab my cable. When I'm not dancing, I need to make sure my headset's charged. I have had quite a busy day in VR actually. Beyond just dancing, I also do DJ as well. So should you ever need someone to entertain you and peruse some tunes, of course I shall, can, and will for you more than happily. No. Yeesh. Tracking, please. Hold on. But yes. And there's a lot of other games that I do want to play too that I cannot play on Twitch. Soon enough, I'm going to be jumping over to another. Yes. I've always wanted to play Bioshock. Bioshock is very fun. When it does go on sale, I cannot stress it enough. Please do get it. If you can't get the whole trilogy, all three games, fantastic. People have their gripes about the third one. I have my gripes about the third one, but it is a great game nonetheless. Like, it's one of those you have to experience it for yourself and really build upon your. Like, everyone wants to have an opinion these days in the gaming world, but they only want their opinion to be valid, whereas, like, all opinions are valid. It's just, can you take someone being on the other side of the coin of it all? That's really it. And that's kind of the sad part about things these days. Why is the metal blue? The metal should be gold. Hold on a minute. Nope. Not props. Nope. Close. Metals. Huh. Maybe it's just the lighting in this world? Question mark? I mean, this is blue naturally, which is fine. You know what? I'm not gonna stress too much about it. But yes. Yeah. Ain't that the truth? Absolutely. Absolutely. Opinions are a very polarizing thing these days, but unto which hold on to your own. Form yours based on the facts of which you have seen and witnessed. That is the most important thing about opinions, first and foremost. And of course, when it comes down to everything, when all is said and done, just do good. Just be a good person. That's all it is, please. These days, it's so easy to get so caught up on the internet and just be a vile, vicious being. Why do that? Why do you want to do that? Onto what satisfaction do you get? Is it worth that stain upon your soul to be so cruel, disjunctive, dire, demeaning, deceitful, and so many more words that start with a D? It's not worth it. It's really not, honestly. But people are people are people. Humans are gonna do what humans do. You could say it is human nature to fight, and fighting is good. Fighting is an energy that is necessary. And like we've been talking about with Final Fantasy, fighting is the energy needed to, well, fight back powers that be. What does any of this have to do with footwork? I don't know. So let's dance. Let's see. I'll do one more song on this world and then let me switch over. Where shall we go? Where do we want to go? Oh, you know what? Okay, let's do this. Pew, pew, fishies. Surfboard. I know there should be an entrance here somewhere. There it is. Mm, 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 mm. How close? Oh, that's very close. Okay. There. Excellent. Good. Yeah, let's go with this song.
time you want. Well, anytime you want. You want.
Thank you. Thank you, thank you. So that song is called Summertime by My Chemical Romance. So everyone wants to talk about the Danger Days album. Or no, they don't talk about the Danger Days album, actually. Of course, everybody knows the Black Parade album. The Black Parade is like the My Chemical Romance album. And of course, 3 Cheers for Sweet Revenge was their main breakout album. But Danger Days was one of the more later ones that was a little more, let's go with polarizing. Some people liked it, some people didn't. Some people felt it was like a betrayal from the sad emo stuff that they made. Oh no, My Chemical Romance is supposed to play the soul crushing music that plays the part that hurts my bones kind of thing. It's supposed to be singing about my heartbreak. But I mean, yes, absolutely, that is My Chemical Romance. They are the epitome of emo, or at least like one of the leading emo bands out there, of course, 1000%. But of course, if you stay with just one thing, you end up getting stuck being one thing, and that's the thing about things these days is everyone wants to be stuck to just one thing. They don't really evolve. They don't go beyond what they're how do I put it? The norm is. Or growing beyond your comfort zone. There we go. And I can just leave this right here. So I could just lean on this. There we go. Much better. Uh-huh. And so, yeah. Like, so Danger Days is a fun album in that it's a lot more. What's the words I'm looking for? It's very varied, right? Where the Black Parade album was a lot more of it's a concept album, mostly focusing around death. The opening song is called Dead, and then the last song is Famous Last Words. And of course, the titular Black Parade song is a parade about the death of someone, right? And how in death you'll be greeted by a band, basically. Whatever comes to whisk you away into the realms of the spirit world. Danger Days was a very, very avant-garde storytelling method. Between the songs Na 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 and Sing, they're very bombastic, very punk. They're more emo punk than anything else in terms of their contents, especially if you watch the music videos. please do watch the music videos for those. They are just fantastic and one of my many influences in life. And why we love the stories of rebels, especially how hot they can be. Gerard Way can get it anytime. But no. So Danger Days, True Lives of the Fabulous Killjoys talks about the adventures of the Killjoys. And so in Na Na Na, basically the story to that is they're going out, they're fighting back, oh god, they're called Blind. I don't remember. There's some mega corporation, and so it's kind of a Mad Maxian post-apocalyptic future, um, in that story. And so in the song "Sing," it's a rescue, mission where the kid that was with them, the kid's name is Hope. They have to rescue Hope, and so like, yeah. I need to find a desert map so I can actually play that one. That song actually is kind of important, and I feel we should cover that. New instance, invite plus. So we are going to take a shift in our world now. Since I'm talking about it, I might as well do something about it. I don't normally like doing 2 songs back to back of creative of artists, but yeah. However, I see. I think right here would be a good spot. Let me put away the poll, though. Yeah. What is a good angle here? Yes. Yeah. Let me pull up the song. I was about to say, you're very knowledgeable about these topics. It's very interesting to hear. Well, thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you. Well, as a creature from the ether of the being of the void of the 5 realms, in which I wander between all of them, I pick up a thing or two. I am an eons old soul, since the beginning, since the primordial ooze. Before a thought was ever existed, I was there. Actually, if you catch me in Hades, and if you catch me on a stream tomorrow, Sunday, in Hades, I tend to philosophize about the primordial thought and, well, of the many ancient deities and beings, chaos is one of my patrons. And so, entropy, the darkness, and the worlds that come from before. I tend to be a little bit of I tend to wrap around these heavier topics. In my other life, I don't really get to talk too much about a lot of things, as the other half of what we do tends to be a little bit more objective, doing things, getting the job done. Whereas here we can slow down, take a moment, extrapolate the threads that wrap around the mind. But also, sometimes just being a fan of something and like really enjoying it means you get to deep dive into it. And one thing that really hurts me about the world is just everyone is so willing to be negative these days. Sometimes people just can't accept entertainment for face value. Sometimes, like, I get wanting to have the more deeper conversations about things and exploring themes and whatnot, but also everyone's just ready to say, like, oh, this is gonna be trash, oh, this is thing, this is that, but it hasn't even come out yet, you know? And that's the big issue in a lot of the world these days is just everyone's so quick to judge. And like the saying goes, never judge a book by its cover, right? And so we tend to see a lot of the positive sides of things. We want to be more based on the light of what the world has to offer and what we can find out of it. So, yes. So, this next song is called Sing by My Chemical Romance. Let me pull it up. Mm-mm-mm. Thank you. This definitely sounds like something I hear in an English dub anime in the early 2000s nostalgia. Another great performance. Well done. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah. That song, that one, it hits even now, having heard it nearly 20 years later. I can't believe I'm saying it's 20 years old now. Yeah, I remember I was in high school when Danger Days came out, when I got to catch My Chemical Romance on tour, and just, it's one of the best experiences ever. But yeah, that was one of the songs that from the album that just, it still hits to this day. If you can, please do check out that music video to it. It's so, for those of you that don't know, Gerard Way is a comic artist initially. Before he began singing for My Chemical Romance, Gerard Way he did comic work. But then 9/11 happened. And after that, he at that point he needed to start up My Chemical Romance, and so he put that on the sidelines. And so after that, after basically 3 albums and a tour, 4 albums and a tour, a bunch of tours, he came back to comic books. And he eventually made a comic book series about the Killjoys that, if you can find it, definitely do go check it out. I actually do have the comic myself at home in my library. And it's one of my favorite pieces that I have. I'm a collector of graphic novels. And some people will say that, oh, graphic novels, they're just picture books. They're not real literature. As someone who's minored in creative writing, graphic novels are 1000% a valid form of literature. It's just they provide a more visual medium. Mm-hmm. Yes. And so the thing about graphic novels is that they can express even more than a novel can, right? Just even this alone, my little facial expressions. Actually, this is a good one right here. Hold on. Nice. I can't stand when people say that. Mm-hmm. It's a little daunting, cause like, stories are stories, and art is always a reflection of life. And so there's a time when art reflects life, and life ends up reflecting that art in its beautiful cycle. For example, one of my favorites is Star Trek. Of course, I'm a Star Wars gal by nature. I grew up wanting to have a lightsaber, and of course, this is the way. But with Star Trek and science fiction, and how science fiction ended up becoming science fact and shaping our reality in more ways than one, of just telecommunications, right? That's the big one that I love as the example of where fiction meets reality, becomes something more. When you let the imagination roam free, the infinite possibilities of what can be, what will be, shall be. That's the best part about literature. Doesn't matter if it's a visual medium, doesn't matter if it's just a written medium. All mediums are a valid form of it. Of course, Jules Verne, 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea. Submarines. We have that now. Who's to say we aren't going to be a spacefaring group? You know, things like that. And so, yeah. Oh no, headset is dying. Don't die on me now, headset. You still have much to do. We have a very long night ahead of us. A very long night ahead of us. 15%. Okay. And trackers are roughly at 50% on each piece. Got it. Okay. Well then. And so, fictitious media is always a reflection of the time that the media is not telling us. Mad Max has come back into my life again as of recently. And so, in the world of Mad Max, resource wars, fuel. In the words of Eva from Metal Gear Solid 4, fuel has become as precious as diamonds these days. And so, with that, Fallout, Mad Max, worlds and stories like those might not be a too far distant future. And so, study hubris, study the fall of empires, history, as important as it is to study STEM. It's important. Literature ties it all together. Let's see. I've been live for about an hour already. I feel like I'm in a classroom for a sec. Like I should be taking notes. Well, lucky you, I'm recording this. The VOD is going to be up on YouTube, and eventually future me will... Well, no. Future me, soon enough, please do create these as shorts of some kind. Oh, let's find a spot to just sit, shall we? Or, my wings can just let us do that. Backing up, backing up, backing up, backing up, backing up. There we go. Nice. There. Excellent. How's that for you? A little bit some trick of the camera work, but it all works out. Oh yes, there is so much more I can delve into and dive. As the studious, abstract being that I am, of a Cheshire cat nature. Alas, I think we've run a decent course for today's stream. Potentially. I might go on for another 15 minutes, hour maybe. Potentially push to 2 hours. Derivative contrivances at hand. There's a lot of everything to talk about and nothing to talk about at the same time. Go figure. But today's main goal was just to dance. Today's main goal is just to practice my footwork, Yeah. And just appreciate life as it is. The stories it tells. You like listening? Oh, thank you. I appreciate that you are. I'm still figuring out some kind of consistent schedule. It's difficult as, well, when you live two lives, sometimes you're pulled 9 ways to Sunday, and it gets difficult doing that, but that's okay. Sometimes you just do, sometimes you don't. It's a lot. But day by day, piece by piece, we'll figure it out, moment by moment, until we can make it something more regular, a more touching story, tales to tell, of course. Yes, absolutely. And here I am just being a more hot piece of ass, really. No. Well, yes and no, but yes, no, but yes. For the other life, with the dynamic life that they lead, they're already ready to. They already have a foothold in being able to withstand and enduring long hours. For me, there's more of a reliance of the self, figuring out what to talk about, staying entertaining, of course, and keeping in touch with the abstract nature of things. It is a challenge, to say the least. And sometimes I just tend to talk in circles until I can find myself out of the spiral that I dug myself into. Which is okay. And I'd say that's a huge testament to life is, well, in the realm of, well, in the words of the great Michael J. Caboose, time lines. Time's not made out of lines, time's made out of circles. That's why clocks are round. Unto which history tends to repeat itself, like the flat circle that it is. Go figure. It's your tyranny that drives us. But yes. I said it, not you. Exactly. But that's okay. That's okay. In the words of Tifa, dally shilly shilly. I am and being filled with quotes of some kind from somewhere, in some way, shape, and form of time. Humanity is a strange, curious oddity to us of the ether of the beyond, the watchers in the dark, the silent observers. This is just one of the few ways we get to keep in contact with you all. To whisper, to watch, and see what your natures are like. And of course, to nurture a little something more. It's pretty interesting because I say I have a pretty short attention span when it comes to people talking, but literally I could just keep listening to you and be engaged with whatever you talk about. Well, thank you. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Thank you. There's a timeline where I do end up being a literature teacher of some kind. A dangerous and dubious endeavor, absolutely. But one that I will leave for the qualifications of the qualified. However, in these dire times, education is a necessity, and most things are learned outside the classrooms when you look at it. So, if you do end up learning something and picking up something out of this, well, thank you. I appreciate that. See, where the other self of myself experiences the mechanics of the world, I watch the machinations of the machines of time and see how those gears turn with every tick, between every piece, between every pin. And for it, I see the threads that tie it all together. How the winds of fate weave onward and create a tapestry that is life. There are stories like poetry that rhyme and others that don't. There are stories of those who rise to great heights, stories of those who reach those heights and fall greatly. I see stories of those who fall, trying to achieve said great heights. And I've seen stories where they never finished that climb. Our story collectively together here is to see those stories through. What makes humanity tick? What is it about emotions that make you humans do what you do? Of course, I must battle against the other greater beings, of course. I challenge the horsemen every so often, and as of our recent adventures, we've handled the demons of Helltaker. I'm good friends with Justice. She's my type of gal. Judgment is brutal, but delicious fun. So I take a little bit of after them. A little bit of Modius, if you know her. I hope I would be attending that class. Well, thank you. Not sure, TBH. We confuse each other on a daily basis. Oh no. Oh, to err is to be human, but to be human is to have an adventure that is this thing called life. And how you shape that life is really what makes things so exciting. Into which, recently, I rewatched that movie Road to El Dorado. Fantastic movie. You know, I think I feel a song coming on. Let me find a world appropriate for that, and then we shall. Well then, as I am here to tell you and share with you about myself and the realms that be. And so for this, I must find a jungle world. Or temple, even. Bum, bum, ba-dum, bum, ba-dum. Well, wait. No. No way. They made this world? Oh. Well then. This world is made by a very old and dear friend of mine. I can't wait. Yes. Oh my goodness. I remember this world. Oh. I remember them sharing this one a long time ago. Oh, dear sweetie. I'm so glad that I've ran into this one again. My love, oh. This is made by an old friend of mine. Let me recalibrate. I've not heard from them in a long time. Pausing to fix my stature once more. Let's explore this world first before we do anything. Nope. I remember them showing me this when they were building it. A long time ago. Nearly 3 years ago. So this is a world by Little Esper. And I've danced with them many a times. We've partied in VR. I added a music player. Delightful. Little pond. And a little bed at the end. You've outdone yourself, my friend. I'm really glad you made this. I need to reach out to them. Mm-hmm. I wonder, did they put audio link in this world? If they did, well, then I'm gonna have to do something about it. This is an older version of it. But yes.
Know the words to any hymn.
Listen if we don't comply with. Listen if we don't comply with the locals' wishes.
Really, that's what that version sounds like. Okay, no. As much as I love you, Elton John, no. We need to go with the movie version. Please and thank you. I want the full.
I hardly think I'm qualified to come across all sanctified. I just don't cut it with the cherubim. Julia, what are you talking about?
Hold on. Why did I just drop frames so hard as soon as that started? I cannot believe that. Yep. I appreciate that you know that song, though. Thank you.
I hardly think I'm qualified to come across all sanctified. I just don't cut it with the cherubim. Julia, what are you talking about? There again, they're on their knees. Being worshipped is a breeze, which rather suits us in the interim. It's me and him. Oh my God! It's tough to be a god. Bred where mortals have not trod. Be deified when really you're a sham. Be an object of devotion. Be the subject of song. It's a rather touching notion. All those prayers and those salams. And who am I to bridle if I'm forced to be an idol? If they say that I'm a god, that's what I am. What's more, if we don't comply with the locals' wishes, I can see us being sacrificed or stuffed. You have a point there. Very good thinking. So, let's be gods. The perks are great. Yeah. Eldorado on a plate. Thank you. Local feeling should not be ripped off. Never rip up a local feeling. No, my friend. It's tough to be a god, but if you get the people's nod, count your blessings. Yeah. Keep them sweet. That's our advice. It's great advice. Be a symbol of perfection. Be a legend. Be a cult. Take their praise. Take a collection as the multitudes explode. Dawn of supernatural habit. We'd be crazy not to grab it. You got it. So sign on to New Gods for Paradise.
Cathartic, I'd say. Yes. The dance was so hard, the world couldn't handle it. Exactly. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Yes. Absolutely. And I think there's a testament to that. funny biblical, metaphysical, celestial joke there. But no, there's a testament to that in, like, when it comes to it, I see the realm of the gods as my peers, or as an ancient, even though I am not of the pantheonic groups or the monotheistic ones, if you want to be so inclined. I am still of the realms of which their divination reaches, so to speak, right? So, of course, the powers that be and, well, the powers that the mortals hold themselves, too, is a question case to be studied. To err is to human, right? So what can we learn from human errors? Unto which the hubris of our mighty predecessors have conjuncted convolutedly, creatively. consequently. It's tough to be a god. But yes, I think that's a good note to end on. Nice big bombastic piece. I feel like every stream is my introduction stream until I can actually start parting potential principes of shorts. How paltry. I pick a letter and then I get stuck with it and just roll with whatever words I think fit. I mean, they do fit. It's funny enough, but it's just... Where's my speaker? Okay, cool. You should definitely write a book. It would go crazy. Funny you say that. I actually am a novelist. I do have books in the works. I just haven't had time to write them. But in actuality, between myself and my other self, I am actually writing a graphic novels, and I'm using VRChat to tell those stories. And so, hey, you know what? It's been high time I actually start publishing a lot of the stories that I have been working on. So my biggest issue and complaint is art thieves. That's always been the one that hurts me the most and scares me out of a lot of my work. And what's kind of been my excuse of not publishing anything. But honestly, I think it's better that I do publish it. And if it does get stolen, well, you know what? You can't beat the original, right? You can only go so far with what you've stolen. But I think I should finish that. Yeah. Yep, I'm an artist. I know that feeling all too well. Yeah. And then, of course, with the realm of AI, the artificial intelligences that be thinking that they can put a prompt in, let it write itself. A monkey with a typewriter will write Shakespeare better than whatever is put into an AI generator. And you can take that to the bank. Yes. Honestly, it is disappointing to see how much people are heavily reliant on these digital prospects. Yes, AI is a tool. Yes, AI has potential, but its application is in the wrong direction. And that's where my gripes with it come from. AI as a tool for technology, fantastic. Absolutely. Put it in the medical field. Did you see that thing where like a baker used AI and then it ended up finding out how to figure out cancer cells? That! Use AI for that! Don't have it write an essay for you. Write your own damn essays. Seriously. When I was in Demon Academy, we ended up having to create our own, in a time crunch, a 5-page essay in the span of an hour. Good luck. You know? Like, damn, am I really a literature demon? I guess I am. Oh, well, by all technicalities, I do fall under the field of contract demons. I really am a contract demon, aren't I? Yes. Yeah. Oh. And my headset's dying again. It is down to 15% once more. Well, I think one more soliloquy. Fan, please. And then one more song. And then that should do it. Yeah, just about the 2 hour mark. Yeah. I do like this purple world though. That's interesting. Hold on, that's up there. How do we get up there? Or is that just designed up there? Hold on. That's up there. I didn't know that's up there. Crazy. Yeah. Alright. There is one more world I do want to explore. But I do not remember the name of it. Winter Company. You'll have to excuse me as I try to figure this out. Memento Mori. Grace. It was very much like an apocalypse world. Atom Punk. Femboy Starbucks. Beautiful. This is definitely the world. Okay. Cool. This will be the last one. Yes. Get you out of my... Excellent. Good. I'll let you experience this one with me first and foremost, in first person for a moment. As this world is a little... how shall we say? Devious. Oh, yes. No, the chair must be there. I think we can go with this for now. Yes. Excellent. What a place to sit. Oh, hell yes. Mm. Of course, I gotta get some glamour shots. How can I be such a comforting thing when I come from a realm of such destruction and devastation? Honestly, though, it only works so well. Let's see. There. And that she does. Oh, is it really the other way? Oh. I didn't realize it was like that. There we go. You know, it's kind of funny that this world finds me once more and that I have found it, the realm of which I reside, where chaos and destruction has once met its full demise. And demons run when good people go to war, right? Well, when war and strife has found its way to you, upon those of which it rots, well then, do you dare continue upon that path? But yes, once more fitting into the aesthetic, this is a realm of which I cannot fully escape, but one that I do take comfort and pride in. It's funny, Ruby has found its way back into my life. If you don't know that anime series, RWBY, is the same team that did Rooster Teeth, the same team that did Red vs. Blue. And that is a series that is near and dear to my heart that I do wish to watch one more time and relive the story. Is it really the other way? Okay, so it is this way. Okay. Ooh, actually, hold on. I can make a tall shot. I should make a tall shot. That's actually really nice. Bam. Cool. These are definitely going to be some new profile pictures. I've heard about it, haven't got a chance to sit down and check it out. It's a very, very awesome series. The fight choreography is one of the best I've ever seen. However, the creator has long since passed away, and so they're trying to keep the train running with only so much steam left in the engine. And what do I mean about that? Well, for those of you that don't know, there is a series, no, there are a lot of series. There's a series known as Dead Fantasy, where the artist, rest in peace, known as Monty Ohm, combined the worlds of Dead or Alive and Final Fantasy. And it is just some of the best fanfic anime fight scenes ever. He also created this one animated short called Haloid, where it was one of the Spartan that was in the Dead or Alive game, and she fought Samus Aran from Metroid. And so that was that story of Haloid, and it was just so badass. If you can find any of it, definitely do check it out. And so he created his own series, Ruby, which stood for Red, White, Black, Yellow, which was the four main themes of the four huntresses, of the four main characters. Yes. Yeah, Monty made Dead Fantasy. And I'm so sad we're never going to see that story ever come to a finish. I remember many years ago when I was just leaving Demon Academy that in the convention known as Anime Expo, when I happened upon it, I did happen upon meeting the Red versus Blue team there. And I saw Monty Ohm there. I got a photo with him. And I told him, one day I want to work with you. And thus, my journey here into this virtual space has become a means and a matter of me being able to fulfill that destiny, that promise. And so, using techniques here, figuring things out, it helps. Piece by piece, day by day, we're getting there. Let me see. Let's calibrate once more. I think I should be good to have one more song. You know what? Maybe I can just even stay upon the throne. Even. I am dealing with so many screens right now. Oh. You know what? We can do both of these songs. Fuck it. We'll do 2 songs back to back and call it from there. This one is for me. Come on now. You totally did not just see that. Also, why is that being captured? Hold on a minute. Huh.
I am very, very crazy, very alien to my life. 世界のすべてこの国の中。さあいざ闇の中でまさかいを誰も彼も職業へと Can't stop, can't stop, eating can't stop, can't stop, not enough.
Anything can be eaten, even if you say no.
命尽くしフルコースを味覚に暴力快楽を Don't stop, don't stop, feeding, don't stop, don't stop, one more bite. 足りない飽きない現在の衝動よ I am very, very crazy, very alien to my life. 欲に食われちゃったじゃん Don't go, I wanna go. Very, very tasty, very 生体に歌よ世界のすべてこの架空の中 I just want to eat how tasty it is.
1, 2, 3, 4.
何もかにも他の象徴へと理性さえも状況対象 Can't stop, can't stop, eating can't stop, can't stop, lost myself. 許されないやもない本能の随情 You're very, very like a berry 売れたい粒のように髪割れたレル生命のソース I won't stop Very, very weird berries 無茶なものたちの跡形もなく潰され消えゆけ I just want to eat how tasty it is. 罪と呼ぶならいいでしょう恥と呼ぶのもいいでしょう欲望は花醜悪をご訂正よ I am very, very crazy, very alien to my life. 欲に食われたロコ I wanna go. Very, very tasty, very 生体に歌よ世界のすべてこの架空の中 I am very, very hungry, very, very, very tasty berry. I am very, very hungry, very, very, very tasty berry. I am very, very hungry, very, very, very tasty berry. I am very, very hungry, very, very, very tasty berry.
Yeah. I just finished Overlord Season 3, so that song is kind of fresh in my mind, honestly. It's so good, though. I'm excited to see where it goes from there. Uh-oh. But yeah. Heavy is the head that wears the crown. You know? And sometimes when you have to lead, it does become a lot to carry on. Let's see. Oh, there's a whole ass umbrella here too. Go figure. Here, let's go set up the last dance. I'm gonna put these over there. I really like this. I'm so glad I managed to refine this world. Another thing you're gonna find out a lot about when I stream is how many different Souls-like games I have access to. And that's gonna be a fun one to get into. My other half has already beaten Bloodborne and Lies of P. And, ooh, is this a dagger? A very impractical dagger. It's funny, actually. I do know how to fight with sword and dagger. I am trained, or well, training in heavy rapier. So I do know how to fight with a blade IRL. A blunted one, of course. However, skills transfer over. A fallen bride. I like this shot of the moon. I think we'll go with it. Okay, I hear my fan over there. I have just enough space right here. Good. The sheer amount of inversion I gotta deal with. There. Cool. Alright. And this will be my last song of the night. Thank you all for tuning in, my beauties. I love and appreciate every single one of you. Thank you, Sketches, for keeping me company and entertaining my entertainment. We hope to see you again soon.
Shadows, they follow me. They know my name. I saw your face again and again. My pretend.
Thank you. Although I'd love to give you a more gentler outro and approach, I think that's where we're gonna have to end stream for now. Where's my camera? Hold on a minute. Hmm. There. Nice. I think we'll leave it like that. Beautiful. And so with that, that is going to be where I shall wrap up our stream. Our time is up, my dear beauties. For now. Make sure to tune in and join us again on Sunday as we continue to fight our way through the depths of hell. Before we can continue upon the other realms, we must escape Hades. And soon enough, we'll touch upon our good friends Bayonetta and Catherine. And then, of course, we'll experience Final Fantasy X soon enough. We've got time. We've got places to be. Chaos to endure. Hearts to mend, of course. But until then, know that you are loved. You are safe. And that you being here means more than anything in the world. Thank you. And I'll see you all next time. I will send you all on over to another friend of ours. Toodles. Who shall we raid? Who shall we raid? Well, as y'all have seen, our friend Felicity is on. Felicity. How much do I wish to punch up? Did I raid Raven? I think I did. I think I raided her the other day. Why not? We're gonna go raid Felicity. She is a lovely streamer with some lovely vibes. Felicity. Cool. Oh, she's not allowing raids right now, huh? Understandable. She is dual streaming, of course. Who can I raid then? Well, Or maybe I can even just end here. Cute. Well, that's okay. Take care, my beauties.